Hello, how are you? Long time no see or talk or record or whatever. But you know, child, Rona done sat us all down, Jesus. So we got time. As I've been telling all my friends, I'm like, quarantine is giving everybody like time, you know? So yeah, this is like a get ready with me update quarantine video. I don't know. First things first, how are you guys? How you doing? It's been some time. Let's start by sanitizing our hands because, you know, it's getting real in these streets. Yeah, so I figure like we're all essentially trapped in our homes, not trapped, but self-quarantining. Hopefully, if you're not and you're one of the douchebags who isn't doing it, please stop being a jackass and stay in your house. Sincerely, the world. Thank you so much. Looks like my primer is missing, so BRB, I'm gonna go get my primer and then we can get started. And we back. Okay, so I got my primer. I'm gonna re-sanitize my hands because Rona. Like, this isn't, like, this pandemic is not funny by any means. It just, the people calling it Rona has just, it's taken me out. And like in times like this, you know, while we're quarantining, whatever, and we're staying in our homes and, you know, we're trying to be responsible socially with everything that's going on, you gotta find a way to laugh. And this Rona, like calling it Rona and making it a person, like, it's just, it's helping me deal with this. So re-sanitizing, because one, we should be doing that anyways, and then two, because Rona is a spiteful bitch who just comes for people's necks and health. Let's get started. Is that a thing? Start with the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. I did already do my skincare. I didn't film that only because I'm like, that could be another video for you guys. So let me know if down below you wanna get skin ready with me or unready, whatever. Y'all know the vibes. Why is it you sanitize your hands, anybody else, and then like your nose itches like immediately? My nose has been fine all day. All day. Let me not die. I have a little bit of allergies going on. I'm not sick, but this time of year just makes my nose like a faucet and I sneeze and it's really cute. If you have allergies or live in a place like Texas or something, you know the vibes. So I'm gonna put more sanitizer on. What I do. Cherry is like, I keep looking over to the side because she's on our couch. I'm sitting on the floor, obviously, just like being a cat. She's like, this quarantine was made for her. Let me tell you, she's like, oh, you guys are both home. I love this. All right, anyways, so I'm doing a pump of the primer. And I'm just gonna work this all over my face. In other news, I just wanted to say hi. I haven't, you know, I talked to you guys on Instagram stories. If you have an Instagram or if you follow me on Instagram, cool. If you don't, my stories are lit. You should. They're so funny. But really, like, it's just another way, like, if you enjoy my content or me or my life or whatever, it's another good way to just see what your girl is up to. You know what I mean? A good one. There we go. Lately, you know, obviously elephant in the room, everyone knows, for the most part, in October, we, you know, said goodbye to my father-in-law, JD's dad. So like right when we came back from, not right, we came back from Europe over the summer and from celebrating our wedding anniversary, and then started to like integrate, get back into life. I was getting ready to launch my new company that I'll tell you guys about, and you know, life came at us really hard and really fast. So that was one of the excuse me, shameless plug. My friend Katie, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen her stuff. She's on Instagram as @NailThoughts. Tatiana, like thoughts up here. This was her Christmas gift to her clients and I love it. So good. Yeah, so I had to like, you know, I'm still grieving, or grief is a process. Motorcycles outside. Grief is a process. It's, you never learn to, how do you say, like you never learn, you're never like how to deal with it, or that's what it is, sorry. You never get over the person being gone. You learn to adjust to it, that is your new normal, and that your life is forever changed. I can definitely say it has changed the way I view the world, the things I get upset about, like so much stuff just does not matter anymore. It really put a lot of things into perspective. I think, or not I think, it definitely did for JD and I think our entire family. So yeah, so that, and then, you know, I launched my new brand, Lashes and Seams, which I'll talk more about in a little bit. You know, we did some traveling. I did some traveling for work, trade shows, just, you know, I'm always trying to learn. I have this like ferocious thirst for knowledge and understanding things, and I'm the kind of person who, not the kind of person, I'm the type of business owner who really is very hands-on in what they do, and I never want to be in a position where I don't understand what's happening in my business. So I want to know how to do every single little thing, which sometimes, you know, does take me longer to get things out because of that, but that's the way I operate. I feel like that's the way I do my job best. So that's what I do. I'm just talking and not putting makeup on, so that's cool. Let me zoom this in a little bit. I think I'm gonna do, oh, ew. I think, yeah, I'm gonna do my eyes first while I talk to you guys. You guys can see and blah, blah, blah. Quick side note, I got this, it's the Rona eyeshadow palette. Let me zoom this out for a second. I got this when I went to Atlanta to see JD for the new show he's filming. So that's what we're gonna be using. I obviously haven't opened it yet because things have been so crazy. Actually, I'm not gonna do my eyes first. I'm gonna do my face first. Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, let me, clearly, my life is so together, like, clearly. All right, skirt. So I'm gonna be using the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 45. That is a mouthful. So this is it. I actually got this in Vegas. I was out there for another trade show and saw it, and I was looking for something new that was just really easy and light to just put on. I'm kind of over the 25 pounds of makeup, and that's never really been my steez in the first place. Brushes. But like, you know, I don't know if it's getting older. I don't know. I just know that, you know, sometimes you want to be beat down to the ground, and these days I'm not interested in it. Picked that up because it looked easy. It color matched me really well. Finding color matches for me, and I'm sure for most of you, is a little bit on the difficult side. So I was just like, oh, this seems nice. And it's lightweight and really just beautiful on the skin, which I personally love. These days I've either been wearing this or I've just been wearing concealer, and that's it. If you guys want to see how I do my no makeup with just concealer look, comment down below. We got time. Do it. Okay, we can do it. So I'm just putting this on, and I can't remember what I was telling you guys before I started doing this. Yeah, so life happened, and I say it like that just because I can't dwell on it too long, or otherwise this will just be a video of me crying, and I am not in the mood to do that. So yeah, so lately it's just been, you know, my new business. JD's on a new show called Super Punch, with everything that's been going on. It was on Twitch and TBS, and now I think it's just gonna be on Twitch. So you can catch him on that show Fridays at 11 p.m. Eastern. It's a really good show. It's 11 p.m. Eastern to 1 a.m. No, 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Eastern. It's a really cool show. It's like, I would say Sports Center for gaming, maybe? I don't know. If you know the vibes, you know the vibes, and it's cool and it's fun. And if you love JD and support him and follow him, it's just another great thing to see him on as like his career just expands. Got this on. The brush that I used was the NYX. It's just called a blending brush. It looks like this. It's just like a domed brushka. I don't think brushka is a real word, by the way. I wouldn't use that out in the world. I'm just gonna press it in with a Real Technique sponge. Just getting off, what the hell? Just getting off any excess. My makeup's been super natural these days, and like I said, I'm not into the beat 'em down Charlie Brown, as I like to call it. I just want to make sure everything is nice and blended in and cute. So yeah, just been like working, and I started doing consulting for a friend's makeup company, which is super fun. If you guys have seen me on Instagram, as I've said for the 80th time, then you've seen it. It's called Heaux Cosmetics, Yet and Stutter, Heaux vibes. Great brand. It really promotes just women and women's choices to do what they want with their bodies or with whatever they want to do, because you're a woman, it's your choice. And excuse me, and my friend who owns it, she's incredible, insanely smart businesswoman. I've learned so much from her. The one thing I always say about her is she made her first, hear me when I say first million at 23. Like, she's amazing. And especially in times like this, you know, she is a small business owner. If you love waterproof, sex-proof, smudge-proof makeup, please go support her. The line is absolutely beautiful. It's incredible. I do consulting for it. So no, I'm not being paid to talk about this. I get paid to do my job, but I don't get paid to promote or, you know, feature the products. But I am really proud of her and really proud of the work that has been put into the line from both her and myself. It's not my line. It's, when I say my work, I just mean like helping her source things and do what's a part of my position. So I'll link all her info below. She's just amazing. I love her. She's the best. She has two cute, really adorable, absolutely the best French bulldogs. So especially in this time, like, buy a gift card. She has this pheromone thing that's out of this world. It's insane. I've used it. It works a little too well. So yeah, go check it out. Support a small business. And now I'm gonna put on my concealer, the Pat McGrath, the new one, the Sublime. Look, I'm such a good influencer. Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. I am shade M15. I didn't say earlier, I'll list it down below, but in the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue, I'm 4W1 Honey Bronze. I usually blend this one out with my finger, but for some reason I grabbed the sponge, so now we're here. Yeah, so that's what's really been going on with me, is just I've been, you know, using work as a distraction with everything going on. Personally, now that I'm quarantined, that's not so doable. So now I'm really just focused on, you know, continuing lashes and seams. And my business, the Boho Glow, right now is closed because in LA, most businesses, especially beauty businesses, are closed. And for the safety and protection of my clients, I made the executive decision, my business executive decision, like, who else gonna make it? I made the decision to, let me lower this light a little bit. I made the decision to close it temporarily. Right now, beauty businesses and most businesses in LA are closed effective the 16th up until the 31st. For 2 weeks as a city, and you know, globally, we just assess the situation, and I want my clients to be protected and be okay. And I just, you know, lashes, brows, and spray tans, it's not worth your health. So if I lose clients over that, which I won't, but if I were to, like, okay, I want to keep you safe, I'll take that hit, that's fine. I just want everyone to be safe and stay inside. Stay in your house. The grocery store. Now I'm gonna take this Morphe M536. I don't have a code with them. Use one of them other people's codes. Use code I don't have one for nothing off. Now I'm gonna use the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. I really love this powder. Everything right now I've been using for a while. I've been testing it, see how I like it. I really love it. Especially this concealer and this powder when I'm doing the no makeup and I have no foundation on, it's just concealer. Whoo! It is so good. So what I do is I just pick up a little bit on my brush and I just press very lightly and gently, and then I just do a little sweep, and I really keep it, let me zoom you dudes in so you can see. Ugh. I really keep it right under here, and like I have fine lines underneath, so just brush those out. And again, I just press, and then I do a little bit on my lid because I put concealer there. That's what I really use as primer these days for my shadows, unless I want like a super bright look, which I haven't done in a while. Then I would use like P. Louise, but that is not currently what sis is doing. So just popping that on, do. Sometimes I actually like to put it right here in the bridge of my nose because I just don't want it too shiny. But it's great. It really just blurs. It's not gonna like freaking Facetune you, okay? And also, cameras lie. The reason I look like my skin, I do have good skin genetically. I am a psycho esthetician and I do a lot to, okay. Huh. I do, oh my God, this is just a shit show. I do a lot to protect and take care of my skin, so the camera does, and the lighting makes it look a lot better, but you know, it's not going to Facetune you, but it is going to just smooth and brighten and just make you look healthy. You know what I mean? It's gonna make you, you're not gonna look like an Insta thought, but you'll look like a human. So I figure, hey, that works for me. Before I do my eyes, I'm going to actually add a little color into my face. This is a Milani bronzer. I swear to God, I've had this thing for, I'm 31. 5 or 6 years, and like I've barely made a friggin' dent in this thing. Like, it has just held me down since 1962, it feels like. I'm using a Morphe 405, like the freeway. And I start back here and I just press, and then I just do a light blend. Easy, nothing crazy. We're not contouring to the gods today, darling. That's not the tea, sis. So again, press and a little blend. Just, you know, warming up the face, get a little color, nothing crazy. And then I love to do around my hairline, especially right now because my hair is straight and it's pulled back. I like to add a little dimension to my face. So yeah, let's see, I told you about Gigi, I told you about me. Comment down below and let me know what y'all have been up to, because it's been some months, been some time. Excuse me. Before all this pandemic stuff started going on, the Boho Glow was doing great. The consulting thing was so much fun. Still doing it, it's just right now, obviously, times are changing and tough, and you know, it is what it is. And then Lashes and Seams is still doing great. You know, that's what we can talk about. We talk about that. Some of you know. Y'all hear that? It's JD being loud in his office chair. Now I'm gonna start digging into the eyeshadow palette. And my camera's overheating, so we're actually gonna take a break. And we back, and we back. Now we're gonna do the eyes with that same Fenty palette. And coming. You can come in, I don't care. I'm not picky about that, I don't care. I feel like it's more fun that way.
Whoa. What's up?
You wanna say hi?
Hi, what's up, y'all? I was gonna ask you, which one of these is funnier?
I'm at home, my wife talking about, hey, I got a nail buffer for your toes. You wanna see it? Why did she get all the way dressed up? She hates feet.
I do.
Yeah, she was willing to buff these joints.
Because I love you. That's why.
Or this one.
Quarantine got us looking crazy. What is happening? She told me she had a nail buffer and just wanted to use it, so.
I did not say I wanted to use it.
wanted to use it.
Quarantine.
So which one's funnier?
I don't know. They're both really funny. I'd say the first one though, if I had to pick.
Okay, cool.
Honey, I don't care.
I might run to the store real quick.
What are you trying to get?
I'm gonna buy some cameras because I want to be able to do my own thing.
Oh, okay.
You want to get out of the house? Aren't you working?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be done soon. I'm just doing my
You
makeup.
want to put us both in danger?
I mean, JD, if you go out and come in this house, you put us in danger.
I mean, I guess.
Okay. So anyways, now that, you know, there's a wild husband roaming the frickin' house. Alright. So I'm literally figuring out how I'm gonna do this look like as I'm filming this video. I did not go in with a plan. I was just like, I'll just talk to everybody and like it'll be a thing and it'll be cool. What do you think? How do we feel? Start with this lighter shade first. That seems safe, you know? So yeah, just that's what I was doing. I was telling you guys about lashes and seams. So I started a clothing company. I don't want to say line because it's not just going to be clothes for the line. It's going to be other things. So we're not calling it, you know, it's just going to be clothes. No, there's a lot of things I want to do with it. But basically it's for, I switched brushes. This is the Jeffree Star JS5. But basically, I started it because in the beauty world, as I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, blending this with a MAC 224, there is just not cute stuff for us. It's just like, oh, I found this cute like lash shirt at Target, or oh, like, you know, there's like this random cute top that has a cute logo on it, but maybe the shirt is kind of like janky McJank. So I wanted, especially because I'm a lash artist, I do spray tans, all that kind of stuff. Now that I work in my own business, or like I work for myself, it's a lot easier. But when I worked at, what are they called? Like lash bars or salons or other studios, it was a little challenging because, you know, some of them have dress codes, some of them don't. This is a MAC 217. I keep switching brushes because I'm just clearly struggling. Created it because, you know, in the beauty world, even when you go to trade shows, like and no shade, but there are these stands or booths rather, companies that have shirts that look like either Ed Hardy Von Dutch style, or they're from like circa 1999 with these like horrible hot fix stones that are just like, they're not done in like the cute fun trendy way, they're done in like the your grandmother's closet old t-shirt kind of vibe. And I just got really frustrated because when I started looking in the marketplace, there were cute shirts. They were just cute. Again, no shade, but there wasn't anything for, you know, girls that wanted to be trendy or like to catch a vibe, or, you know, that's just kind of like badass, you know? So I was like, huh, there's a gap in the marketplace. I got time. So I decided to fill that gap. Lashes and Seams was born, and it's really just about, I want my customers, whether it's you, your sister, your brother, who else, I don't care who it is, I just want them, when they put on a shirt or one of the pop sockets that are coming out soon, hopefully with all this Rona stuff, or anything from the line, that it just empowers them to feel dope as fuck, and that they're enough, and that like even if business isn't good, or you don't have all the clients in the world, or you just graduated beauty school, or, you know, maybe you're really into makeup but you're kind of like scared because your makeup doesn't look like so-and-so's, whatever, like you can put that on, have one of the stickers, have anything from the line, and it just empowers and encourages you to just believe in yourself, and, you know, just to know that you're enough. So that is why I created it. I started with a couple of shirts and crew neck shirts, or crew neck hoodies, crew neck sweatshirts. My brain just, Rona's over here just doing too much, sis. She's doing too much. Yeah, that's basically why I started it and kind of how it came to be. If you want to check it out, there is going to be a link in the description bar. Even with everything going on, I am still shipping out orders. One of my most popular shirts that I think some of you guys have seen, and I know there's 2 or 3 of you that have ordered, and I've reached out and let you guys know that I call it the Luxe shirt. It's looks like a Gucci shirt kind of, but it's not Gucci. Let's be clear. I just ran into some snags with production and it just got really crazy. So that shirt is on hold right now, but I do have other designs that are going to be available. The Energy series is still available. The ones that say like big lash energy, big hair energy, those are still available. And then depending on what my printer says, I may be able to add 1 or 2 more designs during this whole pandemic and still ship it out to you guys. So there's like some newness coming. Definitely stay tuned for that. I also got my packaging finally. Really excited, like my custom tissue paper and the stickers and everything like that. So I'll be sharing that on Lashes and Seams, the Instagram. If you're not following it already, follow it. It'll be right here, and also again in the bottom bar, description bar, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, that's really just where I've been at mostly, is just working on that, really trying to look into ways to grow it and expand it. Wholesale is something I'm really going to be focusing on, so it can get out to as many people and, especially women as possible. Again, it was made, with the lash artist, hairstylist, beauty community in mind. Even if you're a YouTuber, even if you're just like, what a lot of people call a beauty enthusiast, it's for all those people. And those people are more than just the internet. They are in boutiques and different things. So I want people to catch the vibe, working on that. So keep your eyes peeled. Sign up on my website for the newsletter. There are going to be some updates that are going out later this week about possible new designs. Again, if I can pull off that freaking miracle with my printer, that's what's going to be happening. And when I say printer, I mean the company that I use to print my transfers. I actually press the shirts myself. I have a heat press. I don't know if you guys can see it back there. Can you? That's my desk. Okay, so you can't, it's kind of out of frame, but it's right up there. Up there. I have a heat press. So I press, all your orders are pressed by me, which is really fun. I actually love doing it. You guys want to see what that's like? Maybe that could be a video. We got time, like I said. Let me swatch it first. I think I'm gonna mix these 2 guys and see what I get. But yeah, if you guys want to see me pressing your orders and packing them, I'm not opposed to doing that. I think that would actually be kind of fun. I actually watch a lot of the like the ship with me videos, or there's this one girl, I gotta find her information. She does these like, first of all, she's an incredible artist. Her art is just stunning. And then she does these videos where she shows how she makes them, how she prints them, how she packages orders, and I just think it's so friggin' fun. Really like watching those lately, because they help me not feel crazy as a business owner and like figuring it out, because shipping, I would say, is probably the hardest thing to figure out, because like if you mess up the shipping weight, it is not fun paying for that, and having to figure that out and all that kind of stuff. Everything else is pretty easy, but I think the shipping for me, especially when you're talking about like customs and all that stuff, that was like, whew, okay. I understand it now, which again is why I'm so psycho about understanding every aspect of my business. That way, as it grows and scales, no one can be like, oh, well, we just weren't able to do that because of X. No, because I know you can do it because I did it. So, yeah, you know, just my trauma showing up in different places. I'm doing way more with my eyes. That always happens when I film. I always, you know, I'm like, I'm just gonna do something easy and simple, and then it just ends up being like this. Just kind of out here doing the most. But hey, if we do that, if you guys want that no makeup video, y'all gonna get all of the tea. Yeah, working on the shirts, working on adding new products, and working on like the summer products that I've been working on honestly for about a year. I wanted to launch lashes and seams last year in June. Really glad I didn't, because I was definitely not ready to do it. I truthfully mentally wasn't ready to do it when I did it, because I had given myself a launch date and I really wanted to see it through, even with everything that was going on with our family. I even kind of did it too just because John would have wanted me to. He would have been like disappointed if he was still here and like I had said, oh, I pushed it. He would have been hot. He would have been like, you dumb girl, he's like, get that coin, put it out, blah 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 blah. Like, that's just how he was. So I did it as like a push for myself, but you know, also a trying to honor his memory in like my own way. Yeah, so just dusting off the excess here. I actually decided to dip into the shimmery dude. I'm gonna go get something to wet my brush though. Okay, I grabbed my Mario Badescu. All right, so it's this facial spray, and it's the aloe, cucumber, and green tea. It's moving around in there. Yeah, so I've had these ideas for summer for products I've wanted to do, and Rona aside, I want to find a way to make it still happen. So as long as the post office doesn't shut down, and as long as like my shirt supplier doesn't shut down, we gonna make it happen, Captain, okay? Like the 3 orders that have the Luxe shirt that haven't shipped yet, I am like hoping, wishing, dreaming, and praying that I can get those out by next week. I have a new graphic designer working with me to get it right and get it fixed so it can be printed. But that's what happens in business. You run into little snafus, and a lot of people refer to it as putting out fires. And usually I am really good at putting them out, but unfortunately, it's not a little bit, it's out of my expertise. I tried to do it, the graphic myself, and it just didn't work. So that's when you hire people. Like, for example, my graphic designer, I have different ones for different things. So the graphic designer that did my logo and did my highlight icons and like all this stuff, all the, are you leaving? You're not gonna kiss me?
What? I want to go pick up.
Okay. This is real life. This isn't like the perfect like freaking YouTube, Instagram. Like, no, this is my real life. And he's back. And he's leaving again. Bye, honey. She's locking the front door. Okay, cool. This is my real life, you know, like it doesn't always need to be pretty or super edited, you know what I'm trying to say. Side note, I think that's also been my biggest issue with social media for me is, you know, I can very much be a perfectionist. That's often in my career and in my life gotten in the way of me doing certain things and getting certain things out. And I've really, you know, have really been doing the work on myself and with therapy and working on not letting perfection get in the way of it being good enough, because perfection is unattainable. It's not a real thing. It's not gonna happen. And I no longer want to operate from a place of driving myself insane trying to do shit perfectly when you know, good enough is okay. And honestly, the good enough 99.9% of the time is perfection, because I'm always going to be my biggest critic. I'm always going to be the one chopping myself up harder than anybody else could ever dream to do. And, you know, I'll put something out, even when I launched Lashes and Seams, like real talk, like real freaking spit right now. When I launched it, I didn't think anybody was going to buy it. I was so stressed out. Not to mention, my launch was damn near a failure, because it was supposed to launch at a certain time and my site, excuse me, did not work, and people couldn't shop, and things were saying they were sold out when they weren't, and it was a mess. And it took 2 hours, which when you're launching something feels like 85 billion years. And I was on a live chat with Shopify, and I was like, nobody's gonna order. This is just a mess. I shouldn't have done this, blah, blah, blah. And I got orders. And people loved the designs, and I was worried that when they got them, they weren't gonna like them. It was gonna be, oh my God, it's so shitty and it's so bad and I want my money back. And that's not what happened. And my good enough was perfect for everybody else. And, you know, on this tangent, side note, soliloquy, whatever we wanna call it, I think I really want everyone to remember that, especially in like this weird, murky time that we're in. You gotta let that perfection shit go. You know, good enough is exactly that. It's good enough. Alrighty. So now we're going to do a little bit of mascara. I'm gonna do the Fenty mascara. I actually really like the brush. The only thing I don't like about this product, don't kill me, Riri, if you ever see this, sis, is that it doesn't flake, but it does transfer a little bit. Like, I find that I can't wear this mascara on my bottom lashes because I laugh, and when I do all that, it just gets black and it looks like I got my ass beat. So yeah, it works for me better as a top lash only kind of vibe. I was telling you guys something, and I can't remember what it was, and it was really cool. Oh, like perfection getting in the way of it good enough. So my launch was, you know, almost like a failure, but people still supported my business. They still checked it out and like still bought things. And it was just really cool to see that, you know, everything that happens up here is not necessarily how things are happening in real time in the real world. You know, I find myself not as often as I used to, shout out to therapy, but you know, spinning out in my brain was a thing. Like, I very much would spin out and lose my shit and just be, you know, focused on things that weren't actually happening in real time. I was worrying about things that I couldn't control and that actually never even ended up happening. So all of that to say, suffice it to say, believe in yourself. Don't let trying to do things perfect and have everything go exactly the way you want get in the way, especially in this time when everybody has time, of you chasing your dream or putting something out that, you know, could be so beneficial to someone else or a creative outlet for you or whatever it is. Just don't let what happens in that noggin of yours get in the way, because you might actually be amazed that you taking a chance and doing it, not only it may not look the way you thought it would look, but it could end up looking completely different and better. And that's what happened for me. So it could happen for you, who knows? But yeah, taking a risk and just fucking going for it, dude. Life is just too short. And I think, you know, with everything that's happened in the past couple of months, that is one of my biggest takeaways, is you think that you could have so much time and, you know, that life is so predictable. No, you heard it here first. You want to hear God laugh, tell him what you think you're gonna do. Life just, you know, can come at you really fast. It was a regular Tuesday. I was working on the business, hanging out with JD, and in literally 1 second from a phone call, our lives changed forever. And not to be a downer or whatever, but, you know, just to hopefully I can put things into perspective. you know, I had a very, I feel like I never saw the world for what it actually was until everything happened. And I think judging from talking to some of my friends and colleagues and people that I've met, that's kind of what happens. It's like someone pulls off the rose-colored glasses, and you know, you look at life differently, you appreciate things differently, and you know, you just move and groove in a new way. But back to the makeup and off of my soapbox that I love to get on. Mascara for your top lashes is just, it's it. Like it's it. I love it. I love that the brush has the dual, come on, don't make me do the old school thing. Come on. Ugh. Okay, there we go. So it has the brush where it's like the thicker than a Snicker, and then like the, what I call like the detail vibe, where you can just get in and move your lashes up. Big, I mean, like, hello, do y'all see that? I'm not even like zoomed in, like, ew, okay, sis, get into it, honey, work, yes, honey. All right, so we caught the little mascara vibe. Just, yes, in fact, I don't even think I'm gonna put on bottom mascara for this. I just don't see the point. You can if you want to. I'm just not in the mood. Now I'm gonna do my brows. I'm gonna use my, oh, how did this fucking crack already, bro? Whatever. Anyways, in other news, I'm using the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks, the highlighter pencil in number 2. I like it in the shade number 2 because it's more natural. It's not as like, bam, there's my brow. It's not that deep. So I use there's a gold shimmer side. I'm gonna use just like it's not matte, but the side with no shimmer. And I'm just gonna put that underneath my brow, just along the shape. Dun, 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 dun. Looks even. And that's it, you're done! Clearly not done. So then I'm gonna take, it's another Morphe brush. I actually really love this brush. It is hopefully it says the number on it because I use it a lot. The B41, it looks like. It's this dude. It's great. So I just use this to blend out. I really love this brush because it gets like a sharp, I'll show you guys once I'm done blending, it gets a really sharp line underneath my brows, and it's really easy to just pull the product down and blend it into the shadow, but still keep that like cut underneath the brow. I do love a defined brow, probably because I do brows, but also because I'm just like a stickler when I do them. But I just love, I don't know, it just adds an extra like je ne sais quoi to the brow, as we can say right now. So again, just blending. Careful not to mess up your lashes that you so beautifully sculpted with your mascara. And if you blend it like too far down, just brush it away, pat it in. It's not the end of the world. You guys, like, I see some people like freak out when they do their makeup. And like, if you're in a rush, you're going somewhere nice and you messed up, okay, I get it. But some people like in videos are like, oh my God! And I'm just like, sis, chill out. It's makeup, not a tattoo, unless you're using a Sharpie or something. Like, just, you know, breathe. Blend it out, and this too shall pass. Like I said, a lot of shit that used to like wreck me, like little stupid petty stuff, for me now, like those small things could really be big to someone else, and that's fine. That's where they are in their journey and in life. But for me, I'm like, I'm good, like whatever, you know what I mean? Now I'm just gonna blend. I like everything to be homogeneous. So I'm just going back in and blending that shadow that I laid down earlier with just the brush that I used and just blending it up. So it's a little more homogeneous, cohesive, whatever big, more than 2-syllable word I feel like using. This is what I mean. Nobody could chop me better than I can chop myself. Like, that's just it. That's just what it is. Brows are done. I'm gonna zoom in and show you guys. I haven't filled them in, but it just gives, like, you see right under the brow, that little like, whoosh. I live for that. Live for that. It also does really help that Tori, another small business to support, even though I do brows, I can do my own brows, blah, blah, blah. I do still like to go and get them done. You know what I mean? Because, like, sometimes you just want to, you want a little zhuzh. You want to feel a little special. And it was for my birthday, and my other friend that I go to, that I'm like close to, I love her to death. I'm sure probably some of you follow her, at Brows by Cass. She was booked and busy, and I never pulled the friend card of like, can you just squeeze me? Like, no, I respect your schedule, I respect your time. And Tori, who I also adore, was available, so I went to her. She does great brows. If you're in the like Santa Monica, Venice area in LA, definitely go see Tori. If you're more on the Beverly Hills side of LA, mid-city kind of vibe, Cass is gonna be your girl. She's gonna be closer to you. They're both incredible. Cass actually does microblading, and whoo, girl's got talent. She just does. She's really good at microblading. She's one of the 2 people in this world I would trust to do my microblading. Love her, at least for the style that I like. I'm really picky and very picky just about how I like it. So she just does great brows. They both do. And with my Fenty Brow MVP, and I'm in shade medium brown. And I'm not really gonna put a ton of this product into my brows. I'm really not even doing like the line underneath. I'm really just, because y'all can see your girl's got sparse brows, okay? What I'm doing is just going in and just really just doing some strokes to fill in some of my gaps. Lately I've been going for more of a feathered, natural, less filled in brow. I've been going real native and natural these days, okay? Other brow, filling in the gaps because we are sparse city out here. And I always brush them up first. I actually brought some stuff home from work, so from my studio, so I might actually do brow lamination on myself and film it. Y'all want to see that? Comment down below. You know, you already know what to do. What's new with you guys? Like, I know I said this earlier, but in the comments, just like write, you know, talk to me. What have you been up to? What have you guys been doing? How are you getting through this quarantine, coronavirus, Rona fucking up the world thing? Like, how are you guys, how y'all doing? How y'all doing with that? Now, this is like my new favorite thing. Again, with the no makeup that I was mentioning, I do this a lot, and I just use Glossier's Boy Brow. When I first heard about the product, you know, probably like a lot of you saw the Instagram ads, and I was like, cool, if you have big bushy brows, it's so great. And I just wanted to give it a try, and now it's a staple. I don't think I could live without this product. It is a hero product for me, desert island product. And I love it because it really does keep your brows in place, and it imparts a lot of color to the brow, like you guys will see in a second. I love the brush. It's little. I love that when I go through my brows, a bunch of product doesn't come off the brush. That drives me to slow, crippling, and paralyzing insanity. When brushes do that, it's like, just take the little extra time in R&D and just, you know, pay attention to that. Like, whoa. versus that just has a little bit, it's just been brushed a teeny bit. And let me zoom in. It's been brushed just a little bit, filled in teeny tiny bit. This has just a little bit of fill in and the boy brow. Just obsessed. And it's great because, like I said, there's not a ton of product in my brows, so it really, and I did get my brows tinted, but to be honest, it's faded a lot. I have oily skin, so tinting on me doesn't last that long. Since all this Rona stuff is done, I'm gonna get henna on my brows. I'm thinking about offering it, but I want to see how it works for me first. I always test products or new services on myself before I take them to market with my clients. But ooh, child, I friggin' love this mascara. Are there some things I would change about it? Sure. You know, and I can do that when I launch my own brow products eventually, but for now, the Glossier Boy Brow is the truth. And there's this other makeup artist that I follow on Instagram. What's her name? I have my phone right here. She does, oh God, her makeup is so beautiful. And it's not the Instagram beat them down to the ground Charlie Brown style. It's really beautiful. It's makeup artist makeup. Like, it's, in my opinion, like real makeup. What are some? Katie Jane Hughes. I mean, like, hold on. Good Lord, do you see that? She's just like, she does beautiful work, and I love the way that she does her brows. She does them, this is a better photo for like the brow vibe. She does, she uses the Glossier Brow Flick pen. She really has me out here considering buying it because it is just the kitty's titties, all 10 of them. Brows are done. We're looking like we've done something with ourselves. Again, I'm oily, so I don't really set my makeup, but what I do is I'm taking the Makeup Forever, shout out to Nicole Guerrero for putting me onto this, the Matte Velvet Skin in Y375, and I'm just taking a NYX brush. It's called number 2, it doesn't have a name. And I just load up my brush a little bit, and all I'm gonna do is just center of the forehead, my nose, and around my mouth and my jawline. That's it. That's the only powder that I do. I really like my skin to look dewy and luminous and radiant, but I can't be ignorant to the fact that my skin is oily. So in order to get the best of both worlds, I just powder where you guys saw. So I still, you know, I don't have any highlighter on. It's just bronzer here, but I still have that luminosity from the makeup and from my skincare and all that jazz. So that's how I like to get down. I say so a lot. It's definitely my filler word. Faux show. I'm going to do my highlight and blush next, then lips, and we done. This is the Becca Glow Silk Highlighter Drops. Love these. They said they were limited edition. I'm holding out hope that they're gonna make it permanent because these were just, pardon me, they're so good. So good. I want them forever. They're so good. So I just put some, see, so. And from my clean brush pile that is minimal, you know what, actually, I'll use my sponge. That's a thing, right? Kids do that. So I'm just gonna take my sponge and just on the high points, I'm just going to push this into my skin to get that little glow. Now, just because I do no makeup these days does not mean I have given up my infatuation and deep lust for highlighters. That will never change, ever, ever. All right, it says my camera is about to overheat. I'm gonna do the other side, and then I'll come back and show you guys how I layer a little bit of a powder highlight on top. So we've got the liquid highlight on. Now, just top it off with a little bit of powder. I'm using the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette, and they have different ones, but this is the 001 Universal. I love this palette. Clearly, I've been using it. It is a little bit on the pricier side, but I think it's great because it's powder and it's gonna last you a while. And also, I love how it goes onto the skin. It's not too glittery. It's really subtle and nice. Even if you have no makeup on and you just do a little something to give yourself a little zhuzh, it's great. So I always mix the two shades, the gold and the white. And then I just apply it where I applied my liquid highlight. So I literally just barely dust it on, because I don't want it to look like, ooh, powder highlight. I want it to look, you know, not, I mean, your skin obviously doesn't glow like that, but you know, everybody out here getting lip filler. Can I dream and have like a fake glow or something? Can't that be a thing? But no, really, I just want it to look luminous and dewy. And what I do, my favorite thing is I take that same brush and right on the edge of my brow, I just give it a little highlight. I'm not the biggest fan of highlighting with shadow with a brush all over. It's just never been, even as an artist, I don't do people's makeup like that unless they specifically show me a photo or ask for it. So other side, same thing, just lightly putting it on the brow. Just a smidge of food. Sorry, I'm blocking it with the mirror, but I gotta be able to see. A little bit on the nose. I just use whatever is left on the brush on the nose, because that whole like highlighting your nose to fill this it's never worked for me, and it's never been my thing. I don't think it's pretty on me. I'm not coming for anybody's neck, so don't try me. I'm gonna take a little bit of that white shade. There's too many things going on. The white shade, and I'm gonna put that in the corner of my eyes, just a little something, a little zhuzh, a little way to just wake up the eye. If you're a nose highlight person, I highly recommend using a finger or a small detailed brush like this and just getting where you want that little extra highlight. On to blush. I love a cream blush. I've been into cream blushes for a smooth hot minute, and Flower Beauty makes a really, really great one. This is in the shade, this is their Blush Bomb Color Drops for Cheeks, and this is the color Melon. I love it. I just used a little bit goes a really long way. That was actually probably too much, but we're here now. While I'm doing that, since I'm gonna move into lips in a second, I'm gonna put my Kopari Lip Love on really quick just to hydrate my lips just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Doesn't need to be glossy. I just want a little bit of hydration before I put on my liquid lip. This is one of my favorite brushes from e.l.f. It is their, I'm gonna call it a stippling brush because that's what it is, but they don't have a name on it. It's like $6. This is one, as an artist, one of my favorite brushes to use on clients, because it's just great. It just picks up product really easily. I actually learned about this brush from this makeup artist, Makeup by Mila. She's really sweet. I assisted her on a job once, and I saw her using this brush, and ever since, that was a couple years ago, and ever since I've been hooked. I probably have like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of these bad boys. So yeah, I just lightly blend it out. I like to go in and press it in with my finger. I really like my makeup to not, I mean, it's obviously gonna look like makeup. Nobody's eyelids are pink, but I like it to really be in my skin. Not in a congested, have a bunch of breakouts kind of way, but in a airbrushed, flawless, unison kind of vibe. All right, done with that. I'm going to wipe off my hand. Take off the Kopari Lip Love. I'm gonna do more of a nude lip here for shoots and gigs. Okay. My hand sanitizer as I picked my nose. right, I'm using the Jouer Fawn lip liner. This is the Longwear cream lip liner. Again, another one of my favorites. I found this by following HRH. She's really funny, has really good jewelry. But I saw her using it, and I've always loved Jouer. I just didn't have a ton of their products, and it got me to try the lip liners, and I love the Jouer lip liners. They are amazing. They definitely last long. They're super creamy, which made me think that they wouldn't be long wearing. I was definitely wrong, because they are. So with this particular lip that I'm doing, this isn't the liner that I used on my birthday. The photos for that will come out soon. But this liquid lip is. It's by Anastasia. It's called Naked, and the makeup artist that did my makeup, her name also Mila, funny, different person though, used this color on me, and I was pleasantly surprised. It looks crazy at first. Trust your girl. But I mix it around, give it a little bit of a mixy poo. Again, a little bit goes a long way. I don't shellac my lips in it, but I allow it to dry down. Now I can sit on the floor again. Dun, 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 dun. We are making it work, kids. I allow it to dry down, and then I go over it again with the lip liner just to define certain areas that get a little lost in the sauce once we mix. So like my Cupid's bow, and I do overdraw a little bit when I do this shade, just because I feel like it gives my lips more definition. Not on like some Kylie Jenner lip filler vibe. It just adds a little something. Just go down on the sides. And it just ends up being like this really great peach nude that just friggin' works, dude. I don't know why. I don't know. It just works, and I really like it. And when I wore it on my birthday, it went with the makeup really well and was just a vibe. So to finish off this look, I'm gonna add a little more bronzer. I do that usually at the end because I don't want to add too much. With makeup, you can add, even with many things in life, you can always add, but subtracting gets real dicey real quick. And same Milani, Jesus, same Milani bronzer, and I'm just pressing and dusting. Sometimes I even sweep it across my forehead just to make it more cohesive and give myself a little bit more color, especially in these summer months because I look like a golden retriever this time of year. And dun 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 dun, this is it. This is the look. So just really cool, fun brow, easy, pretty much looks laminated. Fun lashes that are yours. You don't need to do strip lashes. It doesn't always have to be a strip lash. Great nude lip. That really, honestly, this nude lip goes with everything. It's kind of been my jam these past like 2 or 3 weeks since my birthday. A little bit of highlight, not too much. A little bit of blush, just a little something, something. You know, while we're in this quarantine situation, I've read a lot of posts and listened to some podcasts, and I do kind of subscribe to the mentality that it's good to keep up your routines as much as you can. So even though you're working from home, getting up and, you know, you don't have to put on a full face, girl, but, you know, just a little something, you know, not for anybody else, but for yourself. If you feel good when you put makeup on and it's kind of like your armor, keep doing it. Don't allow this one moment in time, which in the grand scheme of things is going to be a very short amount of time, to completely derail you. When it doesn't have to. You can make this work for you, and hopefully some of the tips or rambling that I've done has helped with that or been a little distraction, or maybe you can recreate this look if you want to. If you do, tag your girl, and yeah, that's it. Let me know how you guys like this. Comment, subscribe, like, follow me on Instagram. All the products will be listed down below. So happy to be talking to you guys. I love you. Thank you, my babes and bows. Deuces.